Welcome to Destination Playdate. I am your host, Attack Slug. Today, looking at a game called Pool, aka Billiards, aka 8-Ball. It is on itch.io for a price of $1. And a warning that right now it is only local multiplayer. Also, the gyro here is being used, which is hilarious, but it is only local multiplayer. So, I'm here with myself playing against myself, but generally it is intended as a, hey, I'm gonna get a shot and then give it to you. Pass and play local multiplayer type business. Also, it is only 8-ball because with a 1-bit monochrome display, you have the solids, you have the stripes, and you have, if I can point at it here, that 8-ball right in the middle. With the white in the middle of the black ball is that 8-ball. But yes, it is basically that, and that is the game. So, you use the crank to aim the cue, but also, when you use the left on the D-pad and or the A button, the bezel goes dark, and that means I can use the crank to decide how strong I want to actually shoot the ball here, and that, it just feels good. Like, that just feels really good when you play it with those analog controls for a billiards video game. But you can see, sorry, nothing. Now that can be turned off, but now I'm player 2. And we have not decided which player is going to be solid and or stripes because no one has landed a ball into a pocket just yet. So let's do one of these and hope something goes in somewhere with the, oh, so close, in the middle, on the bottom, but no. Time for a redo? Yeah, let's get this over to here and hopefully hit this ball into the other one and sink that solid ball into that center pocket. So carefully aiming and then shoot! And alright, it went around it, but it got there, and that's the important part. So now I go for player 1, 1 solid, hit B, and player 1 still playing because I have not screwed up just yet, and don't worry, I will, but if we can bank this shot, kind of glancing blow on the... Yes! Look at that! So, in terms of a video game billiards game, it's solid. No pun intended here. It is quite solid in terms of what I played in other video game billiards games, that it all feels pretty good. And just having the analog controls to, A, very precisely aim where you want to aim, and B, to have that on the shots, it just feels good to play. So, of course, I would love to have an AI opponent to play against at some point, and perhaps that will happen eventually. But as of right now, just to kind of have some time to kill and sink some shots by yourself on your lonesome, it feels good. So, no complaints on that thus far. So, now I can go over here and sink this shot just like that. And look at that, lines up for one more stripe for player 2, who is also me. But yes, one more shot on player 2. And then once you get to the end, it does say, hey, either player 2 or player 1. Oh, come on! That's why this feels like proper video game pool. Because the shots you think you should make, you somehow, someway, end up not making. Which is how pool usually goes for someone like me. So, you know, I have fond memories of not actually playing billiards, but I have fond memories of my local bowling alley, which was also a pool hall, and walking past all of these scary adults through the pool hall to where I wanted to go, which was the arcade section of that bowling alley. So, fond memories of doing that in my childhood. But in the meantime, there are more balls to hit with this. Now, I have not actually purposely and or accidentally gotten scratch yet, so let's actually do that, and I want to see what happens if you do it. If you scratch. Okay, yes, so thankfully it does work as intended, which is, hey, put the ball somewhere, anywhere, once you've scratched on your side of the playing field. So they thought this through in terms of how billiards is supposed to work. And of course, I don't want to hit that 8-ball because that's the 8-ball, and you don't want to do that when you're playing a game of 8-ball. So, yeah, this one is probably not going to go where I want it to go, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. We're going to line it up here and go! And look at that. It actually went in. I sunk that one solid. So there are a handful of things to do here in your menu for settings. And that is, we have the ability to turn on and off this funky theme song. But also, we can toggle the shoot mode. And I can skip the shot recast, which is that little drop down deal there. If you turn off this toggle the shoot mode, if you are not toggling shoot mode, then it is holding left to make sure you get the shot in there and it doesn't stay on or off depending on what you are currently doing. But yes, that, my friends, is a game of pool on the Playdate for $1. As always, link in the description. It is out now on itch.io. I am your host, Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time. Keep on cranking, and I'm out.